Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining me. I'm Cheryl. This is Your Journey Yoga. Today we are going to explore Yin to Yin. So our normal faster paced yoga, and then we're going to settle down after the body's all warm and feeling ready to deeper stretch to head into some Yin yoga. So I'm going to offer the opportunity to grab a bolster, a block, anything that you would like to help kind of make things more comfy. So if you want to make a little nest for yourself with pillows on either side or a couple blocks, grab whatever you need. When we get to that point, you can always put me on pause. That's one of the bonuses of being on here, and grab what you need and we can get started. Otherwise, feel free to do that now and grab what you need to grab. We sit in a seated position that feels good to you. And we're going to sit up nice and tall. Let's roll those shoulders up and back and let the shoulders slide down and away. Checking in with the body, with the breath. Big shoulder roll up and back and let those shoulders slide down and away. I hope you're doing fantastic. Whatever part of the day you're in, let those arms be heavy. Let's turn the palms to face the sky. Bringing the index finger and thumb to gently touch. Close those beautiful eyes and breathe in and out through the nose. Take just a moment. Connect with your breath. Our breath is going to guide us today. Our breath is going to help us settle and find our edge when we get to our yin practice. In the meantime, it's going to guide us today, nurturing us along the way, filling us with energy, quieting the mind, keeping us present right here. Let's gently open those eyes. Release your hands down by your sides. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together. Feet are going to be pulled out and away from us just a little bit. More of a diamond shape with the legs. And we're going to gently draw the elbows towards the inside. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. Let your head be heavy. We're working to touch the elbows to the insides of the legs. And then we're going to lift just slightly and transfer those elbows to the outsides of the legs. Lift, inhale, and exhale, release. Lift, inhale, and exhale back out to the outsides of the shins. Inhale, lift just slightly once again, draw towards the inside. And once again, back out towards the outsides of the shins. Inhale, slowly press against those feet and rise. Let's extend that right leg off to the side, left foot to the inner thigh, reach to the sky. As you exhale, release that right hand to that left knee, left arm up and over. And that right hand is just gently resting. You're not taking a death grip. And inhale it back up. Release that left hand behind you. Point those right toes. Press and lift. Reach to the sky or behind you. And gently release. We circle the arms up and overhead, turning towards that right leg. Flex that right foot, hinge it forward. Releasing down, just going easy. Nothing crazy. Inhale, reach it out. Sit up nice and tall. Release that left hand behind. Point your toes. Press and lift. Arch it back. Reach. Release it down. Once again, cross that right hand. Left arm up and over. Flex that right foot. Inhale, reach. Release those hands. And let's switch sides. Left leg goes out. Right foot comes in. Left hand crosses to the right knee. Right arm to the sky. And we reach it up and over. Out towards those left toes. Just breathe. Checking in. Inhale it up, releasing that right hand behind you. Point those left toes, reach to the sky, arch it back, and reach a little further back if that feels good to you. And gently release. Return towards that left leg, flex your foot, hinge it forward, working to place the center of your tummy and chest down towards that left leg, nose towards your knee. Just working to improve mobility. Flexibility, range. Inhale, reach it out. Sit up nice and tall. Release that right hand behind you. Point your toes. Press and lift. Arch it back and reach. And gently have a seat. Placing that left hand to the top of the knee. Right arm extends to the sky. Flex that left foot and reach. And inhale it back up, releasing the hands. Let's come forward towards the top of the mat to tabletop. Hands are shoulder width apart. Knees are hip width. Core is nice and strong. We take a big breath into cow pose. Tummy towards the ground. Gaze and sit bones to the sky. Exhale, hollow the tummy and chest. Tuck your chin. Inhale it back to cow. And exhale it to cats. One more each direction. Inhaling it to cow. And exhaling it to cat. Finding that neutral spine. Tuck your toes. Lift your knees just an inch off of the mat. Lifting out of the shoulders. Long through the crown of the head. Core strong. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, lift your hips. Shift your weight back towards those heels. Inhale back to that hovering tabletop. Exhale, extend those legs. Starting to build a little heat. Inhaling it back to that hovering tabletop. Exhaling and extend. Let's do that once more. Inhale back to that hovering tabletop. And exhale, extend. Taking the gaze between your hands, walk your feet in to forward fold. Arms are heavy and long, head heavy, face soft. We bring the hands to the elbows and hold on. Let's gently sway side to side. As we move through our practice, whether it be a vinyasa flow or yin yoga, listen to your breath. Your breath is sometimes smarter than we are. If you're holding it, if you're breathing shallow, if you're panting, it's all signs, all signals of where we are in our practice. We want those breaths coming back to center to be slow and steady, deep and long. Releasing the hands and ever so slowly roll yourself up, one vertebra at a time. With a big shoulder roll at the top, shoulders slide down and away. Inhale, reach to the sky. And exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale, up to monkey half lift. Exhale down, take a giant step back with your left foot, bringing that back knee to the mat if you like. Big circle of those arms up and overhead. Crescent lunge. We inhale, straighten that front leg a little. And exhale, sink. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, sink. Let's do that once more. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, sink. Stay low. Inhale, reach to the sky. And as you exhale, arch it back. Open those arms to a nice wide V. Inhaling it up nice and tall. Releasing that left hand to the inside of the right foot. We rotate that right arm to the sky. Reach it up high as you can reach. Circling that right arm around behind your back, forearm along the small of the back. Nestle the back of the hand against the back of the body and use that anchor to help rotate a little deeper. Find your breath. We once again extend that right arm to the sky. Exhale, slowly release that right hand down, hand on either side of your foot. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, lift your hips, straighten that front leg, square the hips, nose towards your knee. Inhale back to that runner's lunge. Exhale, lift the hips, straighten that front leg, back heel down, front toes lift. Once again, inhale back to that runner's lunge. Exhale, extend that front leg, back heel down, nose towards your knee. We inhale it back to our runner's lunge. Plant those hands on either side of your foot, lift your hips, sweep it back, and extend right leg to the sky. And gently release it down to down dog. Inhaling to high plank, toes or knees, crocodile down. Press it through up dog. And exhale to down dog. Taking the gaze between your hands, walk your feet in to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse one dive up. Turn your palms to face front, spread your fingers wide, and exhale. Cactus arms, squeeze those shoulder blades, draw those elbows back and down. Inhale, reach. And exhale, pull. Let's do one more. Inhale, reach. And exhale, pull. Inhale, reach to the sky, and exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Inhale, half lift. Take a giant step back with that right foot. Back knee to the mat if you like, otherwise knee is off. Circle those arms up and overhead. Inhale, straighten that front leg a little bit. And exhale, sink. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, sink. It's about control. Being mindful and noticing where your body is in space. Inhale, rise, and exhale, sink. Stay low. Inhale, reach to the sky, and as you exhale, flow forward. Right hand to the inside of your foot, left arm extends to the sky. Reach it up just as high as you can reach. Breathe. We circle that left arm around behind the back, forearm along the small of the back, nestle the back of the hand against the back of the body. Use that anchor of the hand to help rotate even deeper. Breathe. And we once again extend left arm to the sky, slowly releasing your hand down, hand on either side of your foot. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, lift your hips, back heel down, front toes lift, nose toward your knee, square those hips. Inhale, back to your runner's lunge. Exhale, extend that front leg, back heel down, square the hips, nose toward your knee. Inhale, back to your runner's lunge. And exhale, lift. Inhale, back to your runner's lunge. And as you exhale, sweep it back and extend left leg to the sky. And gently release it down to down dog, holding your down dog, or inhale it to high plank. Toes or knees, crocodile down. Press it through up dog. And exhale to down dog. We sway our hips side to side. Checking in, letting go, breathing, celebrating that breath. Let's cross that right leg behind the left and just gently work to get both soles of the feet back to the earth. We're going to inhale it to high plank, keeping that right leg on top of the left. Crocodile down. Press it through up dog. Tuck the toes, lift those hips, back to down dog. We lift that right leg to the sky and gently release it down. And let's cross that left foot behind the right, bringing those ankles just as tightly together as you can, working to get the soles of the feet to the earth. And breathe. We inhale it to high plank. Legs are still crossed. Crocodile down. Press it through up dog. Little wonky with those feet crossed. Tuck the toes. And back to down dog. Shifting your weight to that right foot. Left toes to the sky. And gently release it down. We come back to our down dog. Taking the gaze between the hands. Walk your feet in to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. And exhale, left arm down, right arm high. Standing lateral flexion. Inhale, both arms come up. And exhale, other side. Inhale, both arms come up. Pull the hands to heart center, bring your big toes to touch. Little space between the heels. Inhale, reach to the sky, circle the arms to the back. As your hands pass by your hips, sit to chair. Inhale, we rise. Palms stay touching. Exhale, arch it back. Inhale, we rise. And exhale, we sink. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, arch it back. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, we rise. And exhale, we sink. As deep as feels good to you. And rise. And arch it back. Palms just gently touching. Inhale it up. And exhale, sink. As low as feels good to you and stay low. Breathe, chest is lifted. If you're like, oh man, I came a little lower than I wanted to, lift up a little bit, okay? Take care of yourself. Weight is in your heels. As you exhale, hinge it forward, sweep your arms back to flight. Rolling those shoulders back, lengthening and reaching through the fingertips. We're working to flatten out our back and then slowly begin to extend those legs. Airplane. Lengthen and reach through those fingertips. Rotate your palms to the sky. Spread your fingers and see if you can reach any further back. Gently releasing your hands down, lowering to a forward fold, centering your hands out in front of those left toes. Shift your weight to your left foot, right toes to the sky. Needle pose. Now go ahead and open up those hips. Now different variations of needle pose. You can keep those hips square or you can open them. I want you to open them just for today. And I want you to notice that long stretch. Add a flex of that right foot, a bend of the right knee. Draw your heel towards your bum. Now let's slide that right hand out to just a little bit wider than your mat. Reach up with your left hand. Can you find your foot? Take a hold of it if you can find it. Breathe. Releasing that left hand, extending that right leg. Slowly release that right foot down. Bringing the hands out in front of the right foot. Shift your weight to your right foot, left toes to the sky. Go ahead and open up those hips. Hands are right up next to your foot like you're just hanging in a forward fold. Only all of a sudden now that left leg is to the sky. Add a flex of that left foot, a bend of the left knee. Draw your heel towards your bum. We slide that left hand a little bit wider than the outside of the mat. Reach up with that right hand, taking a hold of your foot, drawing your heel in toward your bottom. So there's a lot of stuff going on here. Some beautiful stretches. Definitely some activation through the muscles. A whole lot of balance and a lot of faith. Breathe. We release that right hand, extend that left leg, and slowly release it down to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. And as you exhale, left arm down, right arm high, lean in and reach. Oh my goodness, those lateral flexions feel so good. Inhale, both arms come up. And exhale. Other side. Inhale, both arms come up. And exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Now, if your bolster is handy, I want you to grab it and move it a little bit closer. Walking those feet out to plank. Breathe. Hold your plank. Find your breath. Slow it down. Let's draw that right knee in, foot to the inside. Left leg is extended out long behind us. We're going to turn the bolster so it's long ways if that feels good for you, horizontally if you like, and we're going to slowly lower down, allowing the forehead to just gently rest on the bolster. So I want you to modify however you need to. Back leg can come in. You can be over on that hip if you need to take care of the knee. If pigeon pose just is not the very best place for you today, if there's a pose that your body says, yes, you've just been longing for it, take this time. We're just allowing the weight of the upper body to sink. Now you can actually use the length of your bolster and put it all the way underneath your chest. and allow the chest and tummy to rest. Just head, or if you're like, I don't even want the bolster, yeah, you can come all the way down. We're going to hang here. We're just going to breathe. Letting down the guard, focusing on our breath. Now, if by chance staying in the pose too long, you start getting numb or tingly sensation or pain, yes, please, please, please come out of the pose. If it's just challenging, dig a little deeper, breathe a little slower. So yeah, we have entered our yin portion of our practice. We warmed up that body nice and warm. Prepared it for deeper stretches, longer stretches. A restorative practice. And let's slowly come back up. Hands towards the top of the mat, hands shoulder width apart, tuck your back toes, lift just enough to step that right leg back, and let's alternate bending knees. Just getting that blood flowing. You can be in down dog or you can be in plank. You decide what's right for you. We come back to plank, shifting our weight to our right foot. Left knee pulls through, foot to the inside. And again, that right leg just settles out behind us. We place that bolster wherever you wish. Maybe it's not a bolster. Maybe it's a pillow. Maybe it's a block. Use what you have. If you don't have any props, don't worry about it. You can always just stack your fists. Stack your hands. Whatever it is, guys. Let your hands rest comfortably. Give yourself a second to get the wiggles out, to adjust however you need to. Remember, we are not working through pain. We are finding a place that's challenging, yes. It's this crazy place called our edge that's kind of hovering right between work and effortless. And as our breath moves us towards that effortless, the body starts to change, to morph, to find space, to let go of injuries, to let go of negative energies. Healing, mending. But it's through self-care, okay? Not craziness. It's not about pushing yourself as far as you can go. It's about staying in that right range where your body knows it's loving self-care. It's easy to let the ego take over. The ego is not your friend. Your breath is your friend. Your breath will not lie to you. It'll help you to remain true and to be present, bringing you back to the moment, bringing you back to the sensations and the feels. Feel them all. Make sure that they are the right ones. Don't ignore. Don't dismiss. Own it all. It's part of the journey. It's a pretty cool one. Even the challenging ones teach us. Loads of lessons. and slowly walk it back up. Hands are towards the top of your mat, hands shoulder width apart. Spread your fingers wide, tuck your back toes, and extend left leg back and walk it out. Again, you can be in your down dog. You can be in your plank position. Plank, you're just working the muscles a little bit more, a lot more. Just a different position. You choose what's right for you. Extending both legs. Gently releasing the knees to the mat. So let's open up those knees. And we're going to slide that bolster, should you have one, forward. I'm going to ask you to go horizontal with it. And I want you to place your hands on top of the bolster. Now you might need to slide it forward or back. And we're just going to let the chest and tummy come down towards the earth. With those hands a little higher, a deeper stretch. With those knees open, a little deeper stretch. Getting into the hips. Chin, cheek, or forehead to the mat. Find your breath. Now, if it's your cheek, take like 4 or 5 breaths with your face facing one way. And then turn for the other way. Just promoting flexibility through the neck. Noticing if there's any resistance anywhere. If so, does it change as you stay and breathe? So if you haven't switched to the other cheek, switch and breathe. Kindness, consistency. Be real. Be who you are. Be kind to your body. It's pretty amazing. We lift just enough to walk those hands back. Go ahead and bring that bolster with you. And we're going to bring that bolster right between the feet. You can have it horizontal if you want a little bit wider. You can have it vertical if you want to kind of collapse those feet on either side of it, so you're kind of just gently hugging. And we're going to work to put tummy down and then the chest. So as we lengthen and hinge, we're doing so from our hips rather than our waist. You might notice it's a little more intense in that lower back. And then ever so slowly, yep, you can even stack fists on top of that bolster. You can stack hands. You can bring your hands down and just kind of curl them around your toes. You can extend those arms out. I want you to find a space, again, where it's kind of just that right on the fence between effort and effortless. Can you feel that beautiful stretch in that lower back? How about those hips, the groin? We listen to our body. We are aware of each and every breath. A sense of gratitude for being able to do all that we can do. And let's slowly walk those hands back up, sitting up nice and tall. And we're going to transition that bolster behind us now. Let's slide on down towards the top of the mat and pull that cushion with you. And we're going to make it horizontal again, so going wide, a little bit wider than the width of your body, depending upon what kind of bolster you have. But it's longest against your back. And we're just going to slowly lean back. Yes, and open up those arms. So soles of the feet to the earth, knees gently bent, and we're going to play with the leg positioning a little bit. Starting here, if you're like, this is not great for me, yeah, just adjust however you need to. So with that supported back bend, how does your back respond? Make sure that it is, in fact, a loving way. If you need to create the vertical with your bolster, yes, more support along the spine, make that happen. And that's just going to open up the chest and allow that head to just gently fall back, mimicking our fish pose. So either is great. You need to decide what's best for you. Now let's bring the soles of the feet together and allow those knees to open. You can draw those heels up towards your bottom, or you can have those feet out and away from you. So there is a lot of stuff happening here. With that head tipped back, we are opening up our sinuses. We are opening up our throat. With the support of that bolster, we are opening our chest, stretching through the shoulders. We're getting a nice little stretch through the belly. And then depending upon your leg position, if you are in fact in that reclined butterfly, getting into that external rotation through the hips, opening them up. Now let's gently close those knees, and we're going to heel toe those feet out like twice or 3 times, kind of getting to the outside edge of your mat, maybe not quite there, and then turn your toes towards one another, creating more of like a pigeon-toed stance with your feet. Knees are gently touching. Now we've created a little bit of an internal rotation through the hips. So that ball and socket joint of the hips needing some love in every direction. Now let's crisscross those legs as though we were sitting in easy pose. That feels good in my belly. Not quite as an intensive a stretch as that reclined butterfly, but it feels pretty good. Checking in with your body, your hips. Now we're going to engage those core muscles and we're going to slowly sit. If you need support, use support. And we're going to transition that bolster now, bringing it with us. And we're going to lower down onto our backs. And we're going to slide the bolster underneath our bottom. So coming up to a bridge per se, and slide that bolster right underneath your bum. And find a good place where you're supporting the small of your back and your pelvis. You can bring your hands down kind of to hold on. If you are using a block, just make sure that the block is along that horizontal line supporting the pelvis. And we're going to draw the knees in towards the chest. And just let the knees be heavy. Oh my goodness, this feels so good in that lower back. So you can adjust however you need to adjust. Close your eyes. And breathe. Now you are welcome to stay right here or extend those legs. Soft feet. Let those legs be heavy. If you're holding tension anywhere, let it go. Stretching through the lower back, the glutes, the hamstrings. You really want to add that flex of the feet, deeper stretch through the calves. You can do so, but really just let gravity take a hold. Yin yoga is about surrendering. letting down your guard, focusing on your breath. Feeling yourself just melt. Once again, bending the knees. Gently placing one foot back to the mat and then the other. Let's take those arms overhead and breathe. If wherever that bolster is, you need to adjust it, please feel free. You are never stuck someplace. If it feels off, there's a reason for it. Fix it so that it feels good to your body. We gently bring those hands back down towards the bolster, pressing through the heels, lifting your bottom, sliding that bolster out from underneath you, and slowly release it down. Let's extend one leg out and then the other, extending those arms overhead, reaching. Point your toes, lengthen through those fingertips. Soften the feet, pull the knees in, bring the hands behind your thighs. You are welcome to rock yourself up or roll to one side and use the strength of your arms to help you come back up. Let's come to easy pose. And with that bolster right out in front of us, either long ways or horizontally, we're going to walk it forward. And we're just going to gently release. Let's turn our face one direction, just gently resting. Making sure that you're breathing slow and steady. And take it in the other direction, relaxing the weight of your head. And again, you can have stacked fists if you need a little more lift. We turn our face back towards the bolster. And ever so slowly start to walk your hands back up. Let's sit up nice and tall. Roll those shoulders up and back. Turning the palms to the sky, draping the wrists over the knees, gently touching your index finger and your thumb. I hope your whole body is just saying, thank you. My wish for you, my friend, is a healthy, happy life every single day. Celebrating with a grateful heart, a smile on your face, a little skip in your step. Let's gently open the eyes, pull the hands to heart center, and I thank you so much for joining me today. I hope it felt so good, and I hope I send you off and just to have an amazing rest of your day. Until the next time, namaste.